you doing?
These cold, still roads are all we'll ever find, and memories made from trails we left behind.
Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Hey, I wanted to talk to you guys about something that's kind of unpopular. I don't know how you all will feel about this one. I hope I don't piss a lot of people off, but I don't know. I'm gonna give my 2 cents anyway, and let's see what your opinion is on this one, okay? But hear me out, all right? So right now, I'm heading back. You know, I'm leaving like mile 14, and I'm heading back to the Beach Access 6 entrance, exit, whatever you want to call it. And so, you know, not a big deal, but in July, these hot summer months, and sometimes in the winter time, you know, you get these episodes where the sand is incredibly soft, very challenging to drive on, and I mean, it's just what it is, right? A lot of people getting stuck and whatnot. I'm just going to share some of the stuff that I've observed and see if you guys agree with me or not on this one. But this is more about, you know, the driving etiquette over here along the beach, and it's something that, you know, because I do it all the time, and I've noticed other people. I mean, there's folks that come here all the time, so they kind of already know what to do. It's an unwritten rule. So, for example, I want to tell you this. Like right now, we're on low tide. Low tide. Beautiful. Look at this. Soil hog pack, at least here where I'm driving. All right? But there's going to be some parts that are going to get really sketchy, especially getting closer to the exit. All right, so you see this truck coming up north. You know, he's doing the right thing. Obviously, this is just an extension of the highway. Okay, so traffic rules do apply out here along the beach. Okay, that goes from speed limits, that goes from, you know, all that stuff. You know, having your truck and your vehicle, you know, up to code, regulation, whatever you want to call it, your vehicle registration, all that counts out here, guys. You know, you can't be drinking and driving, you know, all that should be common sense by now for a lot of you, okay? But if somebody is, you know, here in the United States, everybody, you keep to the right. We drive on the right-hand side of the street, right-hand side of, you know, of the highway or whatever, you know. So if I'm heading south, I should give the right of way to the traffic that is heading north. All right. So the people that are barely coming in should have the right of way when it comes to, you know, the driving closer to the water, because, you know, they are driving on the right hand side. All right. So I should be driving, you know, on the softer packed sand, and if I don't feel comfortable driving on the hard packed sand, well, then perhaps I should just stop, let the people that are heading north, okay, since they have the right of way, they should go first. Like, there's some parts that are going to be narrow, and you know, so they have to drive first, then it's your turn. Okay. Of course, you got to use some common sense if you're going north, and if it's an RV or somebody that needs momentum, or you know that there's something wrong there, you know, you want to give them a break. Yeah, that's acceptable too. Like I said, there's no set rule, but this is etiquette, right? You know, this is more like common sense and you know, help each other out type of, you know, situation. This particular trip, I noticed certain things that were a little puzzling to me, and kind of frustrating at times. But I'm like, well, I wonder what's going through the mind of the people who are driving along the beach and want to come between me, my fishing rods, and the beach, okay? When there's so many yards off, to the right of me, okay? So there's so much space, and it's not even soft sand. You can just drive around. Going through moderately soft sand is not going to do anything to you, okay? You're going to be fine. Now, if you have a two-wheel drive car, you got your little Nissan Altima, and you're coming out here, and by force you want to go, shame on you. That's my opinion, man, straight up. Shame on you for bringing your two-wheel drive vehicle and trying to force everyone to give you that space on the hard packed sand. There, I said it. All right? You should expect to be able to drive through this soft sand over here without issue. All right? Maybe it's an inconvenience or whatever, makes you a little nervous, but hey, just go around like that family right there. Just go around them. Okay? Go around them. Also, if you're going to be setting up camp along the beach, all right? That's another one. You're going to be setting up camp, you're going to be fishing or whatever, then have some courtesy, man. Have some courtesy. Try to think, all right? Does through traffic have enough space to go around me or not? Are they going to be okay going around me or not? All right? Because I saw, huge groups blocking what I would think, is the entire beach area, man. And not allowing anyone else to drive by the hard packed sand, And I don't think that's right, However, here's where I do defend them, okay? I will defend them by saying this. The people, okay, the people got here extra early. They set up camp, and it was probably low tide when they did it. It was probably low tide. So how is that their fault, right? Maybe when they set up camp, there was plenty of space of hard packed sand, and then later on, things got a little crazy, and things changed, so I don't think it's necessarily their fault either. But if they're going to be doing that, and they know that more people are going to be coming to their campsite, then they need to, hey guys, give some space to the rest of the people, man. Okay? They still have, through traffic needs to get through. All right? And yeah, like I said, where I defend them is, if you're going to be out here, it does say there at the front of the sign of Beach Access 6, hey, recommend to have 4x4 vehicles out here. All right? So get a 4x4 if you're going to be out here. All right? Get an all-wheel drive, get something along those lines. But, don't be going through people's, limited space in the front, because that happened to me today several times. No excuse. I got here at 6 in the morning. All right. I set up camp. There was, the water was right next to my vehicle when I set up because it was high tide. But I set up in a spot where I knew people were going to have a lot of space to drive around me safely, all right, without getting stuck. Otherwise, I wouldn't have even set up in that location at all, okay? So let's keep driving, and let's see what we encounter, and I'll point out some things, and, I'll catch up with you at the exit. See how it goes. Hey, real quick, if you've made it this far, I just want to say thanks for riding along with me today. I really appreciate you spending a little bit of your time here on Coastal GX. If you're enjoying this kind of real talk beach content, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me keep bringing you more from the Texas coast whether it's surf fishing, beach driving, or just life out here on South Padre. I've still got a few more thoughts to share about beach driving etiquette, so hang tight and stick around till the end. You might catch something you haven't heard before. Okay, there's an example. All right. So I can't go further to the right. If I can't go further to the right, then maybe you should stop. Okay? Just the way I said, give right away to the people heading heading north, rather. You have to let them go through the hard packed sand. Well, it's the same thing over here. We should be giving the right of way. If you're heading south and there's no other way to go, well, you should maybe do that. Oh, look at these people are stuck right here. Normally I would be helping them out, but my truck's been heating up right now. I need to get out of here. I'm so sorry, folks. And it doesn't look good because my vehicle is overheating and there's traffic stuck over here by the park police. But it seems like he's moving it already.
Hey, buddy.
Sir, hey, how you there?
Good.
So now it's time to get out of here safely. Yeah. Hey! So let's get out of here. Made it out safe. Thank goodness. Had another good day. Thank you. Hey. Okay, friends. So there you go. I don't know. I mean, I don't think I'm exaggerating when it comes to it. I mean, it is for the safety of everybody. Just try to be mindful of the other person. Be considerate. If you see somebody, I'll tell you what's been where I've made exceptions at 100% for people, where I've gone out of the way for them. One time I was, closer to the East Cut, surf fishing, had my lines in the water and all that, and I see this guy, heading south and hardcore on the hard packed sand, and he's not going around me. And of course, it's a little annoying. It's like, bro, do you not see my lines? What's going on here? I went up to him. He was very nice. He was very cordial. And he says this, buddy, I am so sorry. My 4x4 system is not working. I'm stuck on two-wheel drive. I'm concerned. I don't know how I'm going to get home, man. I'm like, say less, buddy. I got you. Let's start moving lines. Let this guy go through. Okay? I mean, you have to have a heart. I mean, you have to have common sense too, and just be nice. Be cool. Sometimes, some people, they just don't know the area. They're new, and they don't know any better, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna go on an adventure, and I'm gonna go all the way to the East Cut, and I'm gonna be driving my 4x4 that I've never used before. Beautiful 4x4, never been off pavement. Whatever, I'm not roasting anyone, but okay, then maybe go with a buddy, go with somebody, or experiment little by little. If you're not confident with your ride, right? I mean, that's what I'm saying. I think that makes sense. It's like why do you have your? I mean, I've seen the Rubicon Jeep stuck in a foot of sand. I'm like, come on, man. Did you even read the owner's manual? Like, I should take away those keys from you. You don't deserve such a beautiful vehicle. Just kidding. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little video. Like I said, it's kind of like an old man rant, but I think some of you all will connect with me with this one because you've been there, done that. So let me know what you think. All right, love you guys. Take care.